Governor Abbott and Tom Homan are already working on, something to get the border secured. They're not waiting till January 20th. We have an ally as opposed to having an adversary. So that's great for Texas. That's great for the entire country.
Okay, now that's reaction from Texas. I wanted you to look at something right now on the map, and this is what has happened over the past 8 years in the state of Texas. This is 2024 now, okay? This is 8 years ago in 2016. It is a remarkable shift. 2 areas of interest where you've seen a flip of 75 to 76 points. All right, just talking to Bill Malusian. This is Maverick County down there in Texas. Hillary Clinton won this county by 55.8 percentage points. Astounding. Absolute runaway in 2016. This is what Trump did in the same county this year. Won it by 18.5. You do not find swings like this very often in American political history, much less over a period of 8 years. Let's go back to 2016. This is Starr County down here, southeastern section of the state of Texas. Remember, they've offered land, several hundred acres, for a staging area for deportations if and when they happen. Starr County, Hillary Clinton winner by 60.1 points, all right? Now you go to 2024, same county, it is deep red right now. Trump flipped it, winning by almost 16 percentage points. Again, 76 points. It's hard to find that. Let's bring Lieutenant Governor of Texas, Dan Patrick, with me now. Sir, good morning to you. Tell us what will change when you don't have the federal government suing you for cutting through razor wire, suing you for putting buoys in the Rio Grande River. What changes and how fast?
A lot's going to change, Bill, very fast. And by the way, those red counties you just shown, we also have the first Republican state senator in the history of the state, Adam Hinojosa, elected from a Democrat district that a Democrat had. It's unbelievable what happened. So what changes here? First of all, Bill, we've been on the watch, even though Biden didn't have our back and made our jobs difficult to secure the border to the best of our ability. Keep this in mind. The border with Texas is longer than the distance from Atlanta to Maine. Now, ours is zigzaggy, not a straight line like the East Coast, but that's how much territory we have to cover, about 1,235 miles. We've had the National Guard there. We've had our state troopers there. We put the buoys in the water. I was down there at the park when they threatened to cut the wire that day. They didn't show up, thank goodness, but we were ready to respond. But our taxpayers' bill, we spent over $8 billion. That's more than many states' budgets. $8 billion in the last 4 years that I write into the budget. The governor asked for it, and we put it to work. So now, between President Trump at the top, Kristi Noem, Tom Homan, Governor Abbott, myself, and the state legislature, we're going to close this son of a gun down.
Okay. I believe Homan and your governor talked last night.
Yes.
And you said starting January 20th, it is game on. Here is Homan a bit earlier today on Fox and Friends. Give this a listen.
If you want to secure the border, you got to put up border barriers. We've proven border barriers worked. You also got to end catch and release. We got to put the Remain in Mexico program back in. You got the third safe country agreements. And this time we're going to finish the job.
Okay. You mentioned the cost, sir. There was an investigation that was done. This number just stuns me. I don't know how they determined it. $166 billion cost of crime by illegal immigrants. I don't know if you've studied that or not, but when you put that with the cover of the New York Post yesterday, when this sweet little 2-year-old girl had a phone number written on a Post-it note trying to find her parents somewhere in America.
Yeah, Bill, first of all, add in the cost to our medical system, add in the cost to our education system, add in our cost to everything that one of the 15 to 18 million illegals here that Biden and Kamala Harris led in the country that has cost our American taxpayers and Texas taxpayers. In terms of that little girl, Bill, look, we have seen this. You know, this is a sin. I mean, I'm going to just say it's a biblical sin, in my view, of what what Biden and Kamala Harris did. They let children in here. When President Trump was in office, we took the DNA to try to match with the parents. We also looked at the adult and the child. You know, was the child hesitant? Did they look like they were hugging them? Did they look like they were in fear? We tried under President Trump to protect these children, and we did to the best of our ability. And what did Biden do? He got rid of the DNA testing. He told the Border Patrol, just let them through. So today, as we speak, Bill, today, as we speak, there are hundreds of thousands, nearly 300,000, that we don't know where they are because Biden and Kamala Harris didn't care, and they're either being enslaved in some type of work in a sweatshop. They're being sex trafficked, boys and girls, 7, 8, 10 times a day. This is a horrendous torture to these children, 300,000 children, and the blood and the sin is on the hands of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. You know, the Bible says, if you hurt my child, you might as well have a millstone around your neck. Those two people have millstones around their neck. What they've done to these children is unthinkable.
Yeah, it's interesting how elections have a way of crystallizing people and policies.
Yes.
And it has yet again. Dan Patrick, thank you for your time.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.